Welcome to Big Game Hunter,
where we hunt the big games
to make us all look tame.
Let's go.
Hello and welcome back to Big Game Hunter. We're back. I am in studio. It feels good to be back, obviously, with my guy, Gutspeace Cash.
The one and only.
No deer this week.
We'll have a new one next week.
Yep, new one next. A new deer coming in next week. It's exciting. We got 5 college football, 5 NFL, and of course the sitting Ducks. Last week I went 4-2. Gus went 2-4. So if you're gonna tell on this show, tell me. Let's get into it. College football. One of the biggest games probably in the slate this weekend is Tennessee at Georgia. Georgia is a 10-point favorite in this game. Obviously, they got smoked last week by Ole Miss, and Tennessee still having a really, really solid season. Gus, Georgia minus 10.
Still not completely sold on Nico. Don't think he's as good as everyone thought he was going to be coming in this season. Now, Georgia, they just released the first rankings, the first playoff bracket. Guess what Georgia is? First team out.
First team out.
Right now, first team out, Georgia Bulldogs. You know these boys are going to be extra hungry hearing about this news coming into this game. I think they're going to beat the hell out of Tennessee. Give me the Georgia Bulldogs.
I am on the complete opposite side. I love Tennessee in this game. It feels like, to me, a win or go home game for both teams. Because if Tennessee loses this game, they're dead. And if Georgia loses this game, they are 110% dead. Georgia is, I don't believe, going to be able to run the football very, very well. And they're just going to have to put the ball in Carson Beck's hands. Carson Beck has played like dog shit. Carson Beck is not Stetson Bennett. It's Tennessee. Give me the Vols. It's too many points. This is just too many points. In a classic battle in the SEC. Give me Tennessee plus 10. I absolutely love it. Next game, Missouri at South Carolina. Our Cox. Our sweet, sweet Cox, by the way. We've rode them all season long. They've been doing us justice, the Cox. So, Cox, big one at home this weekend against Missouri. They're 13.5-point favorites. Guts. What do you think here? By the way, I don't think Brady Cook is playing in this game. I do believe it is Drew Pine. So, thoughts on Drew Pine, maybe?
No real super good thoughts on him.
Okay,
I got really nothing special to say about him. Always been a Brady Cook guy. This has been the best Cox that we've ever rode in our life. It's never gotten better. They've been something special this season, but this right here is where I draw the line. And whether it's Cook, it doesn't matter who's starting at quarterback. Give me Missouri with that. I like the under in this game too, but I just don't think the Cox offense is as good as everyone's giving it credit for. It's really not that consistently good. And Missouri's defense, good enough to keep them off the field multiple times. I like Mizzou to cover this number. I think 13.5 is just a little too much for this Cox offense.
I think 13.5 points is not enough. I mean, pile them on. Give me all the points in the world. Missouri's played 2 true road games. 2 of them. They got smoked by A&M. They got smoked by Bama. South Carolina's been rolling. So this South Carolina offense has turned a page, as some would say, and the defense has been just fine. And I think Drew Pine's going to go out there and have a horrible day. So I love South Carolina in this spot. Again, I'll ride every cock in the building. Give me South Carolina. Pause. Minus 13.5. Give me all of them. All the points that are needed. Cox by $1 billion. Just a massive game for Mr. Picks Cash this weekend. It's Michigan State at Illinois. Illinois was on a bye last week. They lost their first true road game, their first home game of the season. Lost their first home game of the season to Minnesota the week prior. They go on a bye. They come back. Michigan State, they got them at home. They're minus 2.5. Guts, it's your Fighting Illini to keep everything alive.
Death Valley, Tuscaloosa, it's Champaign, Illinois. Those are 3 of the hardest spots to play at in the country. They're stepping into a fucking chainsaw here. Illinois is going to be ready. The Orange Crush are going to be absolutely bumping in Champaign, Illinois, which is just partying harder than ever for the football team because we are a football school. Now, Luke Altmaier is that fucking guy.
Yeah, I mean, we love Luke Altmaier on this show. Luke Altmaier, if you want to come on the show, brother, you are more than welcome anytime to come on the show. We would love to have you, bro. You're like our favorite player in college football.
Get rid of this table.
Okay. We can put a chair right here, right here.
Rid of this table.
This is what we'll do. We'll take this out. We'll get a chair for you. You'll come in here because you cover. That's why, because you cover. I also love Illinois. I love Illinois. I think there's no way that Illinois loses back-to-back home games. Yep, there it is. I said it. And guess what? Especially not to Aiden Childs. Aiden Childs sucks.
Dog
I've said this since week 1. When guys were coming into this house betting on Michigan State, I said, don't do that. Aiden Childs is horrible. Aiden Childs is dog shit. He's not going to go to Illinois and win this game. I want Illinois money line. I'll be safe. I just want them to win. Give me ILL on the ML. On to the Swamp. Big one in Swamp Nation this Saturday. It's LSU at Florida. Florida +4.
These are the 2 most down bad Power 5 programs in football. And this is the game of the pieces of shits. Billy Napier, piece of shit. Brian Kelly, who murdered a kid in college, piece of shit. And Garrett, do I even want to talk about Garrett and what kind of a piece of shit he's been over the last month? Give me LSU. Give me LSU minus everything, because Billy Napier, even though Billy Napier, who's never killed a kid, he's never killed a college kid ever, not once. Brian Kelly has literally blood on his hands. Give me LSU. Even though, by the way, I don't know if you heard about this, the governor of Louisiana was making fun of Brian Kelly for them losing last week. That's how sick and tired they are of Brian Kelly down there in Baton Rouge.
Everywhere that Brian Kelly goes, it never turns out very good. It just kind of seems to be that way. You know, he's gotten older and older as a coach, and now he just can't win ball games. Give me LSU, okay? Give me LSU. He wins this ball game by a lot. This feels like a get-back spot for LSU. After last week, they got smoked by Alabama last week. They met their match last week, as some would say. Now they go to the Swamp. Everybody said it must be hard to win in the Swamp. People have made it look easy all season. Whenever Florida's defense plays an offense that can be somewhat explosive, they let up 1 billion points. So ask Alabama, ask Texas, I believe was the other one, or Georgia. Georgia, too. LSU -4 for every last penny that you got. This is the weirdest game of the entire week. I saw this line. I almost threw up in my mouth. It makes that little of sense to me. Kansas at BYU. The Mormons at home. They're -2.5 against Kansas, who is rolling right now. They're putting up 1 billion points a game, but can BYU stop it? Guts, they might.
I'm just tired of how the Mormons have been winning games. I love the BYU more than anyone. I do. I said that Israel and Palestine should take a peek at what BYU's doing. It's something special. That's how you get 2 religions to like come together as one. But give me Kansas. Give me Kansas money line. I love the Mormons, like I said. Love the BYU, but Kansas is still a good football team that's just had a lot of unfortunate L's, while BYU's winning games like the way they did last week when they just simply shouldn't have won it. Kansas.
Yeah, I mean, BYU has found themselves at the number 6 team in the country right now. They are not a top 6 team in the country, and I don't think it's really even close, to be honest with you. But I hate this line. It's the sketchiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want Kansas. I don't want BYU. I want the over. It's 56.5. I want it. I love it. Kansas is putting up 1 billion points a game, and their defense is dog shit. BYU will be able to score. I want nothing to do with either side. Just give me the over. Points, points, points galore. And on to a segment that we call the Sitting Duck. We love this segment. We do it every single week. If you don't know, last week I went 0-1. Gus 1-0. So if you're going to tell a Sitting Duck this week, it might not be mine. And I think that's okay. That is totally fair. But I will go first. Mine is LSU. Okay? I've said this a million times. Every team can go into Florida and win, and I think LSU has the potential to probably put up 1 billion points. So they cover the 4. I'll take it. Florida is the Sitting Duck. Guts.
The most wounded animal on the board is clearly Michigan State. Aiden Childs fucking dog shit. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's coming in front of the Orange Crush. It's going to get ugly in Champaign, Illinois. Give me Illinois -2.5.
If you want to come on the show, Luke, you're more than welcome to come on the show. But that wraps up the college football portion of the show. We roll on to the NFL, where we've got a division battle, AFC North, my division. I own it. Not this year, but I should. Steelers at Ravens. Ravens -3.5. I don't know how I feel about this line. Guts, what do you think about the game, and what do you think about this line?
Lamar Jackson historically dog shit against the fucking Steelers. That being said, I've always been sussy for Russie, and I've been sussy for Russie since since high school. Always been a huge Russie guy. Ravens minus, what is the line actually sitting there right now? 3.5. It is now 3. Okay, it doesn't matter. 3.5, because look, the fucking Steelers are dog shit. I don't know how they continue to do this year in and year out. They are a terrible football team with TJ Watt. Give me the Ravens -3.5.
I thought about this game for a very long time, and then I found out about a trend. I said, wait, what's going on? Lamar Jackson, he's only played 4 career games against the Steelers. Only 4. I think he's 2-2.
1-3.
He's 1-3 in those games. Okay, he's only played 4 career games against them. Did see a trend, though. Not really a trend guy, but something that I thought I'd share. The last 7 games that these two teams have played, the unders hit in every single game. When we talk about Mr. Unlimited, it's Mr. Unlimited. When we talk about him, he's played great the last 4 weeks. He finally has to have a bad week. Give me the under. Now on to my team. The Bengals, they play the Chargers in SoFi. Last time the Bengals played at SoFi, I don't want to talk about it. The Chargers are a 1.5-point favorite in this game. That's fucking ridiculous. That's all I'm going to say. The Bengals win this game. If you want to bet the Bengals, bet them on the road. That's what I tell everybody. We can't win a game at home. We go on the road, and we look like we can beat any team in the NFL. Somehow, the defense for the Bengals will show up this game, and Jamar and Burrow will probably combine for 5 touchdowns. The Bengals win this game on the money line. Keep your points at the door.
I also like the Bengals here. Dog shit fucking defense, Swiss fucking cheese. It's absolutely terrible. It would get blown out by the Miami Dolphins. Lucky for you. Lucky for you. You don't play the Miami Dolphins this year, but you do play the Chargers, whose offense is absolutely dog shit and probably won't be able to take advantage of how terrible this Bengals defense is. Give me the Bengals. Money line.
On to the biggest game of the week. It's Chiefs at Bills. Bills are a 2.5-point favorite in the game. It's going to be a classic. Obviously, Mahomes, Josh Allen, when the two come together, they just make iconic shit happen on the football field. That's my phone. It's okay. Guts, obviously, the Chiefs are a dog in this game. You got to start asking the questions, how many times are the Chiefs going to be a dog in big games? But you like the Chiefs in this game.
Patrick Mahomes, 12-1-1 ATS as a dog. Gutsy picks cash. I don't know. Probably 8-2, 0-8-1, maybe. Fading Patrick Mahomes as a dog. I've never bet on him as a dog, and every time I fade him and I lose.
Well, it's real stupid to fade him as a dog. That's why.
So now Buffalo Bills, team I hate the most, fan base I hate the most, with a quarterback I hate the most. Chiefs. Dog shit defense there in Buffalo. Team stinks. It's not as good as everyone thinks it is. It's terrible. Josh Allen, terrible. I really want to pop bottles for the 72 team. I mean, that's what I would say is we look forward to that every year. But not yet, because I think the Chiefs are going to win. Chiefs. Chiefs.
Everything Chiefs. I don't care. As Gutsy might be 0-8 and whatever, betting against Patrick Mahomes. Mr. Locks. Mr. Locks has bet him in every game. Every single one that he's a dog in, I've done it every single time. You think I'm getting off the train now? You think I'm getting off now? Not a chance in hell, bro. This might be the year the Chiefs go 16-17-0. Patrick Mahomes wins this game without question. There will be a late pass interference call with 30 seconds left. It'll look like the Bills have it wrapped up. No, they never do. Okay? Patrick Mahomes. Raiders at Dolphins in this one. Obviously a big game for Mr. Picks Cash here because the Dolphins get a win last week against the Rams, and now all the Dolphins fans are excited again. They think they got life. They think their season's still alive. I know this guy does over here. They're a 7-point favorite in Miami, and it's in Miami because our guy Gutsy, tell him, Guts.
Boots on the ground. I'll be in the game. I just decided to do it because you know what? I'm 0-16. I'm just talking about records. 0-16. Lifetime career going to Dolphins games. That record ends this weekend. The Dolphins are not only going to win this game, we are going to massacre the Las Vegas Raiders. We are due to destroy a team. This offense would have done it by now if we were healthy all season. We haven't been. We looked real good 2 weeks ago, and we looked real good last week.
We love the season of gifting on this show, and there's one gift that never comes. The Dolphins winning a game when Gutsy Picks Cash is in the building. Okay? That gift will never arrive. All the Dolphins fans right now, they're just so jacked up. They got life. The season ain't dead. Tua looks good. He's got a shiesty. That's what they're saying. He's got a shiesty. That's what they're saying. And now they get to go to I keep saying they go to Las Vegas. Now they come back home. And they're going to look like shit. They'll find a way to look like shit. I want it on my card. The Dolphins might lose this game. I want the Raiders +7. I also want the money line because it's just so classic Dolphin. It's classic Dolphin for them to go lose this game. Raiders +7. Raiders money line. The Dolphins don't win a game with Mr. Big Scash in the building. It just doesn't happen. Packers at Bears. Obviously, Caleb Williams has not been what we've all expected him to be in his first year in the NFL, but they are a 5-point dog at home against the Packers. The Packers have pretty much owned the Bears at home forever. So, Mr. Big Scash, it's just another Sunday where the Packers beat the Bears, right?
Yeah. I mean, Bears haven't won or covered in Lambeau in over 7 years. It's absolutely insane.
That's a real stat.
Yeah. It's absolutely insane. If you know me, you know some of the things and the people that I hate. And if you know me, you know that I hate Caleb Williams and I hate Lincoln Riley for what they did to me when I was in Arkansas years ago with my family around Christmas time in that bowl game when they said they weren't leaving and they didn't even try. And by the way, Lincoln Riley should be fired after this year, and I can't wait to see it. And I love watching the downfall of Caleb Williams, and he texted the punter. Remember when he texted? Remember me and you? We used to watch every Hard Knocks.
Absolutely, we did.
The episode where he said,
absolutely, we did. Yes.
He texted the punter and he said, "Hey, don't worry, pal. You're not going to punt a lot." Third most punts in the NFL right now. Team's absolutely fucking dog shit. It's terrible. Give me the Green Bay Packers. By the way, Matt LaFleur, an actual really good coach too.
Yeah. No.
And everyone's going to talk about Eberflus coming off a bye and how he has like this random like 7-3 record like off a bye. Yo, Eberflus is dog shit. So doesn't fucking matter. Packers minus everything.
I agree. This is real short. This is real simple. Both phones have failed this episode, but nothing falls like Caleb Williams and the Bears because, I mean, the Packers will win this game. It's just I don't even have to think twice, bro. They'll win. They'll cover. Jordan Love is 10 times better. The Packers have a really good run defense, so guess what? The ball's going to be in Caleb Williams' hands. They're going to make him beat him. He ain't beating my fucking grandma's team, bro. So guess what? Packers cover. They win, and it's over for the Bears. Pack it up. It's over. They might start shipping Caleb. They might start thinking about it, bro. Get him out of town. We are taking the Packers. Everything on the show, Packers -5. Now on to a segment. Again, we did it earlier in the show. We'll do it again now for the NFL. It's called the Sitting Duck. Sitting Duck. My sitting duck this week, and I'm only doing this because Guts did it last week, and it actually fucking worked out. He took the Rams as his sitting duck last week against the Dolphins. I'm taking the Chargers just because of how confident I am in the way that the Bengals will look this weekend on the road. This team is a different team on the road. I've said it a million times. I love the Bengals this weekend. My sitting duck is the Chargers. Guts, your sitting duck this week.
My sitting duck, clear, obvious as day. It's the Raiders who have nobody left. Max Crosby, everyone doesn't care anymore. Team's dog shit. Give me the Dolphins.
Thank you guys for watching episode 8 of Big Game Hunter. We'll see you next week. Peace.